Good evening. Welcome. The Sparta Board of Education regular meeting is called to order at 7 p.m. Emily, may we please have a reading of our meeting notice announcement?
The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and to attend the meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interests is discussed and acted upon. In accordance with the provisions of this act, the Sparta Board of Education has caused notice of this time and place of this meeting to be published in the New Jersey Herald, the Star Ledger, Tap into Sparta, and the notice of the meeting has been posted on the Sparta Township School District website.
Thank you. May we have a roll call, please?
Dr. Hinkle? Mr. Lacaruba?
Present.
Mr. Lowry? Dr. Martinez?
Present.
Ms. Knoll?
Here.
Ms. Williams?
Present.
Mr. Wood?
Here.
Ms. Serafino?
Here.
And Ms. Gagnon?
Present.
Quorum confirmed.
Thank you so much. Join us, please, in standing for the pledge. And this evening, we will not be convening into closed session. And this evening, we also have our district recognition, which will kick off our evening with the Governor Educator of the Year Awards. They will be presented by our building principals and led by our superintendent, Dr. Beck.
Good evening. I say this every year, but I really mean it. This is my favorite board meeting of the school year because tonight we get to recognize our top educators in each building. And it's not just those educators that we are recognizing tonight. This is just a snapshot of the educators that we have throughout our school district, and it's really an honor to honor them tonight. I've mentioned their names before in previous board meetings, sent it out to the community, but tonight they really get the recognition they deserve. More detailed, more formal recognition from their principals, actually. Just to go over a little bit of the criteria, I'm not going to read it word for word because we have a lot of educators in this room that can read it word for word. But some of the criteria for Educators of the Year, Governor Educator of the Year. They must be an exceptionally skilled and dedicated licensed classroom teacher. They must have the latest summative rating of at least effective. They must be an expert in the field who inspires students of all backgrounds and abilities to learn. They must actively collaborate with colleagues, students, and families to create a strong culture of respect and success. They must demonstrate leadership and innovation. They must have the respect and admiration of students, parents, and colleagues. And they must not have earned the title of school, county, or state teacher of the year in the past 5 years. So every year, the principals receive nominations from parents, from staff members about nominees for Teacher of the Year, and then each building convenes a panel and they go through the applications and then they decide who the Teacher of the Year is. We have Teachers of the Year and we have Educational Service Professional of the Year. When I go to the next slide, you'll see the two columns and you'll see who the people are. And then just to clarify who the Ed Service Professional of the Year, who they can be, these are the many, many positions that qualify for Ed Service Professional. And then we will move on to the principals presenting their respective Educators of the Year, and we will go in grade order. So the first one will be Alpine Elementary School and Ms. Katie Madsen.
Good evening, and thank you. Congratulations to all of our recipients tonight. I would like to ask Mrs. Monica Marr to please join me. I am proud to recognize someone whose impact is felt in countless moments throughout the day, often quietly, but always powerfully. Our Educational Specialist of the Year is a preschool paraprofessional who brings patience, dedication, and heart into everything she does. In a preschool classroom, especially one supporting young learners with diverse needs, the role of a paraprofessional is essential. Mrs. Marr is a steady presence for our students, helping them navigate routines, build skills, and feel safe and supported as they learn and grow. Whether offering a gentle reminder, a reassuring smile, or a hands-on support during a challenging moment, Mrs. Marr meets every child with compassion and respect. What truly sets Mrs. Marr apart is her deep commitment to students. She celebrates progress that may seem small to others, but represents enormous growth for our children. From encouraging independence to supporting communication and social development, her work helps lay the foundation for lifelong learning. Mrs. Marr is also a valued partner to teachers and staff. She collaborates seamlessly, anticipates needs, and steps in wherever support is needed, all while maintaining a calm, positive presence. Her professionalism, flexibility, and willingness to go above and beyond strengthen the entire classroom community. Most importantly, Mrs. Marr believes in every child. She sees potential, offers encouragement, and provides consistent support that helps students build confidence and resilience. Her dedication reminds us that meaningful learning happens through relationships, trust, and care. Tonight, we celebrate an outstanding preschool paraprofessional whose hard work and compassion make a lasting difference. Please join me in congratulating Mrs. Marr. She is a truly deserving individual who helps our youngest learners succeed every day. Our Governor Educator of the Year at Alpine is Mrs. Sarah Jacobs. It is truly an honor to recognize an educator whose passion shines through everything she does. Mrs. Jacobs, our Governor Educator of the Year, works with some of our youngest learners in a self-contained preschool classroom, a place where patience, flexibility, and heart are not optional, but essential. What sets Mrs. Jacobs apart is her unwavering passion for her students. She doesn't just teach them, she believes in them, advocates for them, and celebrates every step of their journey. Her classroom is a space filled with warmth, structure, and joy, where students feel safe to explore, take risks, and grow at their own pace. Her passion is evident in the way she greets each child, adapts each lesson, and finds creative ways to meet each unique need. In a self-contained preschool setting, progress is often measured in moments others may overlook, but she sees them all. A first word, a new routine mastered, a breakthrough in communication. These are victories she celebrates with genuine excitement. Her passion drives her to go above and beyond, ensuring that every child experiences success and feels valued. Mrs. Jacobs brings that same passion to her collaboration with families, therapists, and colleagues. She listens, supports, and partners with others to serve the whole child, always advocating for what is best. Her commitment is not limited to the school day. It extends into careful planning, thoughtful reflection, and constant learning. Teaching for Mrs. Jacobs is more than a job, it is her calling. Her passion lays the foundation not only for academic growth, but for confidence, independence, and a lifelong love of learning. The impact she has on her students will be felt long after they leave her classroom. Tonight, we celebrate an extraordinary educator whose passion, dedication, and heart truly change lives. Please join me in congratulating Mrs. Sarah Jacobs, who makes a lasting difference every single day.
Next, from Mohawk Avenue School, the principal, Mr. Peter Miller.
Good evening. Can I please call up Ms. Rupali Karange? I'll make it quick. All right. It was with great pride that we recognized Rupali, the Educational Services Professional of the Year for Mohawk Avenue School. Rupali has been working in the Sparta School District for the past 5 years, and during that time, she has made an incredible impact on our school community. She's an exceptional paraprofessional who works closely with our special needs population. She approaches her role with kindness, compassion, and an unwavering willingness to jump in wherever she is needed. Rupali takes the time to truly learn about the students she supports, ensuring that each student receives individualized care and attention. Her impact extends beyond academics. Students feel comfortable approaching her for support, whether they need help with schoolwork or just simply someone to listen. She creates a safe, welcoming environment where every child feels valued and understood. In addition to her work in the classroom, Rupali plays an important role at our parent pickup every day, greeting families each day with a warm smile and a friendly presence. She represents the heart of our school community. Every single person that I spoke to when we said who our ESP was for Mohawk Avenue School was like, absolutely, it was hands down, she was the best pick. She had numerous nominations for this award, and it's truly an honor to recognize you. This honor truly is well-deserved. We are fortunate to have a dedicated and special person as part of our Mohawk Avenue School. Congratulations, Rupali, on this meaningful recognition. For our Governor Teachers of the Year for Mohawk Avenue School, it's Alicia Parsons. Alicia had numerous nominations from different parents, but also her colleagues nominated her for this award. Congratulations, Alicia, third grade teacher at Mohawk Avenue School, on being named Governor Teacher of the Year. Now in her 11th year of teaching and her 7th in the Sparta School District, Ms. Parsons continues to inspire students and colleagues alike with her dedication, compassion, and enthusiasm for education. She has earned her Bachelor's of Arts in Elementary Education and Psychology from Stockton University and went on to receive her master's degree in Special Education from Centenary University. Ms. Parsons has always known that she wanted to be a teacher. She was inspired by her own experiences growing up in her education, and she set out to make a positive difference in the lives of children. Her commitment to her students is unmatched. She meets each child where they are and inspires them to reach their fullest potential. Her classroom is a place of warmth, encouragement, and creativity where students feel seen, valued, and capable of achieving great things. Beyond her classroom, she brings positivity, collaboration, and support to everyone around her. She has an incredible ability to work with anyone, and she gets along with everyone. Her approachable, team-oriented nature fosters a strong sense of unity and shared purpose among staff, strengthening the entire school community. With her wonderful demeanor and unwavering support for every learner, Ms. Parsons ensures that all students feel empowered, confident, and ready to succeed. We are so proud of her and grateful for her passion and the dedication she brings to Mohawk Avenue School every day. Thank you for what you do.
Next from Helen Morgan School, our principal, Mr. Doug Lehman.
Good. Thank you, and congratulations to our recipients tonight. Again, I'm Doug Lehman, a proud principal at Helen Morgan School, and my first recipient tonight is Deb Helder. Can you step up? So in preparing for tonight, I spent some time thinking and speaking to colleagues about the essential qualities of a successful paraprofessional, and that's what Deb is at Helen Morgan School. And words like patience and dedication and flexibility, compassion were some of the words that came up. While those personal qualities are essential and expected, the true mastery of the role, in my opinion, is knowing how to be a good teammate. We see the importance of this dynamic in many professions that rely on effective partnerships to function at their best. And at Helen Morgan, we see it every day in the work of Deb. So a couple examples. In the classroom, for instance, in the classroom, the teacher is the pilot who sets the flight plan, and the paraprofessional is the co-pilot, constantly monitoring, tracking, responding to turbulence, to changes in the atmosphere. They have to respond quickly and often anticipate the needs of the pilot before words are even spoken. Deb handles all sorts of issues in the classroom. Some are expected and some are surprising. But she handles every one of them with a steady, calm approach. Another example could be the quarterback and the wide receiver. The best of these partnerships rely on being able to communicate complex instructions with a simple nod, a look, a gesture, before the ball is even snapped. For a teacher to have that level of communication and trust with a paraprofessional like Deb is invaluable. What truly makes Deb our Educational Services Provider of the Year, though, I think isn't just her skill as a teammate, it's her heart and unwavering respect she has for students. No matter what challenges a student is navigating that day, Deb meets them with the profound dignity they deserve. She looks past the frustration to see the potential, ensuring every child feels seen, heard, and valued. And I'm going to apologize to Deb because I'm going to ad-lib a little bit here, Deb. While the following anecdote is not a reason why she's receiving this award tonight, or wasn't a factor, I feel like this is an audience in which I should share it. About a year ago, I'm standing in the cafeteria during lunch, I believe it was a 4th grade lunch, and a student runs over to me and is panicking and telling me that a child is choking. So I go into emergency mode, very calmly. And I go to wherever, I'm going to the location, across the cafeteria. But by the time I get there, it was resolved. The student was eating a grape, of course, right? And what happened was Deb was nearby. She was in the cafeteria. Not with this child, but with another child. She realized something was going on. And I'm recalling this story from watching video, and I've watched it 25 times, I think. Deb calmly walks over, leans over, bends down, little pat on the back, out comes the grape. And just then rubs him on the back, everything's fine, and then everybody goes on their way. And I thought that was just an extraordinary act that people should know about you. So for that and many, many other reasons, as I talked about, it's an honor to present the Educational Services Provider of the Year Award to Deb Helder.
Thank you.
Congrats. Why are you laughing? Donna Huber is our Helen Morgan School Teacher of the Year. Donna, step up, please. Don't be scared. Yet. There's a specific kind of pride that comes from watching a professional find their true calling. In Donna's case, that calling wasn't just a career choice, it was a natural evolution. She has spent time in our schools growing from a dedicated learner into a leader who now sets the pace for everyone around her. She began her journey in Sparta as a special education teacher, and after earning her reading specialist degree, she became a cornerstone of our instructional intervention team. Perhaps nothing defines Donna better than her willingness to step up when her community needs her most. Amidst a very challenging period for Helen Morgan School several years ago, she didn't hesitate to pivot, stepping into the role of a 4th grade ELA teacher in the middle of the school year. She met that challenge with the same grace and expertise she brings to her current role. There's a researcher named Anthony Muhammad, and his research on transforming school culture, he uses a term that really applies to Donna. It's called being a believer. This means that she, as a believer, operates with unshakable conviction with every single student and believes they are capable of success. She doesn't hope they learn, she believes they will, and she holds them to high expectations because she knows they can meet them. That belief isn't just a philosophy, it's an action. We see it in the way she creates classroom environments filled with fun, compassion, and yes, rigor. She is a true teacher leader who understands that a student who feels seen and supported is a student who's ready to soar. However, Donna's influence isn't confined to a single classroom. Her footprint is everywhere, from the playground, to the hallways, to the yes, I have a prop, Dr. Beck, to the corner of Pickle Avenue, You can hold Mr. Pickle, okay? It's an HMS thing. Yeah. She's a leading voice on our school climate team, articulation team, and sunshine committee. And while she may not have every child on her class list, all of them know who she is because she's a celebrity in the school. How is this, you say? Well, through her creative in-character videos, with help from a few friends, past and present, Donna has found a way to mentor and inspire students across the building, helping to shape the very culture of the school. I have a couple screenshots of these videos that you are absolutely, I encourage you to see them afterwards because they will be handed to Jenny Derricks shortly after this meeting. Anyway, there is no higher reward for an educator, seriously, there's no higher reward for an educator than to see a former student not just choose the profession, but to succeed in it. And Donna is such a powerful force in the classroom that I have to imagine that teachers that had her 20 years, maybe more, years ago, can't help but think of Donna and wish that when they were a teacher, they had a colleague like her on her team. So congratulations to Donna Huber, Helen Morgan School Teacher of the Year. Thank you. Later.
And I was just reminded why Frank asked to go in reverse order this year and not follow Doug Lehman. But our next principal from Sparta Middle School is Frank Tribori. Good luck.
Maybe next year. Well, good evening, everyone. It is my sincere pleasure to introduce to you tonight the Governor's Educator of the Year and the Educational Services Professional of the Year from Sparta Middle School. And I will begin first with Taylor Watson. A standout leader both in and out of the classroom, Taylor Watson represents the very best of what it means to be a modern educator. Her combination of content knowledge, deep understanding of student needs, and seamless collaboration with parents and administration is truly second to none. It is impossible to fully summarize the reach of Taylor's impact. She has developed and led a specialized program serving students with a wide range of difficulties and challenges. Yet, when you enter her classroom, those challenges are invisible. Her calming presence and limitless patience create an environment where every student can thrive. Because of Taylor's reputation and success, many students have actually returned to Sparta Middle School to rejoin our school community. Under her guidance, these students make such tremendous progress and gain enormous confidence during these critical middle school years. Inside the classroom, Taylor leads a dedicated team of paraprofessionals, mentoring them to guide and develop their students throughout the school year. She teaches every subject with masterful differentiation, ensuring lessons are interactive and engaging. Beyond the curriculum, Mrs. Watson teaches the whole child, providing powerful lessons on decision-making, emotional regulation, and social navigation. Mrs. Watson's work extends far beyond her classroom walls. She is a team player in every sense, working closely with our child study team to make decisions that benefit the entire student body. She was instrumental in creating our Unified Physical Education class and founded our Unified Esports Club. Additionally, she serves as a cross-country coach and a co-advisor for both the environmental and social clubs. She sets the gold standard for homeschool partnerships, ensuring parents are always vital members of the team. Mrs. Watson is truly a gifted educator. I visit her classroom frequently, partly to borrow her brilliant strategies, and partly because I know a visit will remind me of why education is such a special profession. She is a perfect example of what a Teacher of the Year should be, and she is most deserving of this honor. Congratulations, Mrs. Taylor Watson. Next, I'd like to introduce to you the Sparta Middle School Educational Services Professional of the Year, Mrs. Blair Scordato. Mrs. Scordato prepared a little something to say. Just a little joke. I told her yesterday that she had to come up and just say a little paragraph, a thank you, and she almost passed out in her office and was threatening to not come. So I had to let her off the hook so she'd show tonight. Mrs. Scordato is an outstanding school counselor for our students at SMS. She is a collaborative team player and a beacon of positivity. She plays an integral role in sustaining a culture of kindness, not just within the walls of SMS, but across the entire school community. Whether she is the first one to celebrate a student's birthday or the first one to send a heartfelt note to a colleague facing loss, Blair's attention to detail and genuine care are unmatched. Mrs. Scrodato's approach to her students is defined by an extraordinary level of empathy. Whether a student is new to our district, struggling with social skills, or simply having a middle school day, Mrs. Scordato meets them with passion and a sense of humor that draws out countless smiles. Despite managing a caseload of over 200 students, she builds deep, authentic relationships in a remarkably short window of time. Her impact extends far beyond her office door. For parents, Ms. Scordato is a source of security and comfort, offering insightful recommendations that help families navigate the unique challenges of the middle school years. For the administration, she is the ultimate communicator. She works diligently to keep every stakeholder, parents, teachers, and staff, informed of both concerns and reasons to celebrate. Even during a period of absence, her dedication never wavered. She continued to ensure her students felt seen and their concerns were addressed. To her colleagues, Blair is more than just a teammate. She is the person who makes everyone's job easier through her efficiency and her wealth of knowledge. She goes the extra mile to provide teachers with key insights they need to help every child succeed. Simply put, Mrs. Scordato is exactly what every school counselor should aspire to be. We are all profoundly fortunate to work alongside her, and the number of lives she changes grows exponentially each year. Please join me in congratulating our Educational Services Professional of the Year, Mrs. Blair Scordato.
And lastly, and certainly not least, our principal from Sparta High School, Dr. Edward Lazara.
Dr. Beck. Good evening. Let me first start by congratulating all of our recipients tonight. And let me say this before I start. And I don't know if I've said this before, but I've been fortunate or unfortunate enough to be in a bunch of other districts and as an administrator, and no other district celebrates and recognizes teachers, at least the ones that I've been in, like we do here. And I think that it's a credit to the district and the board and Dr. Beck, and it's a great tradition. All right, let's dive in here. It is my privilege to recognize Devin Esposito as Sparta High School's Educational Services Professional of the Year. With 23 years of nursing experience and a strong foundation in critical care, Devin brings both clinical excellence and heartfelt compassion to our school community. She holds a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing from Georgetown and a Master's of Science in Nursing Education, credentials that reflect her deep commitment to both healthcare and lifelong learning. For the past 7 years at Sparta High School, Devin has been a trusted and steady presence for students, families, and staff. Her background in critical care allows her to think quickly, remain calm under pressure, and respond confidently in complex situations. In a school environment, those skills are invaluable. But what truly distinguishes Devin is not just her expertise, it's her care. She is deeply dedicated in supporting the physical, mental, and emotional well-being of every student. She works collaboratively with administration, counselors, teachers, and parents to ensure that each child feels supported, safe, and valued. She also serves on school and district committees, contributing her insight to help foster a welcoming and nurturing environment throughout a community. Devin loves her work. She values the strong relationships she has built with colleagues, students, and families. She's proud to live, work, and raise her family here in Sparta. She is deeply invested in the success and well-being of the community she serves. Devin has shared that she is honored and humbled to receive this recognition, seeing it as a reflection of the extraordinary students, family, and colleagues she works with and alongside every day. And one thing for me as a principal, or for us as principals, you can't underestimate the value of a good nurse who is knowledgeable and trusted. It's very reassuring. We have over 1,000 kids in the high school and maybe 200 staff. There's 1,200 people in there, and things go wrong. Things go wrong. And to have her there is very reassuring to us. So tonight, I'm proud to recognize Devin Esposito as our Educational Services Professional of the Year. And last, but not least, it's my honor to recognize Craig Merrill as our Educator of the Year. And for his 26 years in education, including 22 years of dedicated service at Sparta High School. Craig holds 2 master's degrees, one in American history, one in teaching, and throughout his career, he has brought intellectual depth and passion into the classroom. He has taught an impressive range of courses, including AP Art History, African American History, World History, and U.S. History. His commitment to fostering curiosity, character, and excellence is evident in every class he teaches. Beyond the classroom, Craig has been a tireless contributor to the fabric of our school. He's coached soccer, football, and field hockey, reinforcing lessons of teamwork, resilience, and leadership. He has served as an advisor to numerous volunteer clubs, student government, and as a class advisor, understanding that education extends far beyond academics. Craig often says that the relationships he has built with students and colleagues have shaped him just as much as he has shaped them. That humility and perspective defines his approach to teaching and mentoring. He's deeply committed to continuous improvement and collaboration. He works closely with his co-teacher Shannon to enhance the classroom experience, partners with Sandy in the DECA program to help matriculate students to the national conference each year, and has supported countless international educational trips alongside Emily. Outside of school, Craig enjoys hiking, gardening, cooking, and traveling, and he's supported here tonight by Beth, his wife of 31 years, and their children, Catherine, Jack, and Claire. Craig shared that this recognition is both humbling and deeply meaningful as it reflects a career devoted to students, colleagues, and the Sparta community. And before I conclude, I'll just tell a quick story. Last year, I'm going on 5 years as the high school principal. Craig's been there 22. So I didn't know the history of everybody who's won, but I thought for sure that Craig Merrill had to have won Teacher of the Year. I mean, he's that guy. Like he anything you need, he's there. He is always there, always willing, always putting in the extra effort. So I was like, Craig, you never got Educator of the Year? And he sat down and he said, nah, and I don't think I'm gonna get it. I think it's been 22 years now, 21 years, and I think it's passed me by. And then nominations started rolling in, and it was Craig Merrill. So congratulations, buddy. It's my honor to congratulate Craig Merrill as Sparta High School's Educator of the Year.
Thank you so much, and congratulations to all. Ooh, Dr. Beck, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say that, actually. Thank you
Go
to our
ahead.
principals for the great presentation, and thank you to and congratulations to our recipients one more time.
Thank you, Dr. Beck. We're going to take a brief 5-minute recess, and thank you all so much, and congratulations. If anyone, the recipients, Jenny will provide instructions for photos.
I was literally going to say that. And I guess it's inappropriate if I call him since the president. It's not official recess.
My goal with that class is just not to take the final. I'm already taking the exam, so.
Okay, and continuing the rest of our meeting, we do not have any other additional presentations this evening, so we'll move right on into our student representatives report.
Good evening, everyone. So we want to start off with some club news. Is it on? Yeah.
A little closer.
Okay. So I don't think it clicks. We don't have. Yeah, we don't have.
There's no button. Oh, there's no button. Here. We're going to borrow a microphone. There you go.
Thank you. So starting off with club news, our Sparta Robotics programs has recently found some success. 2 of the robotics teams advanced to states, which is happening at NJIT on March 14th. Team Excalibur, led by Shrihita Jaka and Arav Kamath, won the Excellence Award at the Franklin competition, and Team Safety Hazard, led by Captains Sneha Verma, Mark Clifford, and Ian Yip, won the Design Award. In its 15 years, the Sparta Robotics program has sent 32 teams to attend the New Jersey State Tournament, and it has sent 6 teams on to compete at the World Championships. Additionally, our peer development program recently held a Valentine's Day dance for elementary school children and their parents, and there was a lot of great feedback that we received from that. In some sports news, the girls basketball team will play Pope John in the Hunterdon Warren Sussex County tournament tomorrow at Pope John at 7 p.m. The boys basketball team will play in the first round of states against Northern Highlands next Wednesday at 7 p.m.
In more sports news, senior girls wrestling captain Paige Weiss recently achieved her 100th career win, and we recently had signing day where 9 athletes committed to D1, D2, and D3 sports to play in college. Other news, our SHS is putting on Grease as their musical next month on March 13th, 14th, and 15th, and tickets are already on sale. Also, DECA is putting on a student-faculty basketball game next Thursday on the 26th. Students and families are welcome, tickets being $5 at the door and $3 for students who purchase in advance during school.
Thank you both so much. And may I please have a motion to approve the minutes?
Motion.
Thank you, Dominic. Second?
Second.
Thank you, Rocky. Roll call, please.
Dr. Hinkle? Mr. Lakaruba?
Yes.
Mr. Lauer? Dr. Martinez?
Yes.
Ms. Knoll?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Wood?
Yes.
Ms. Serafino?
Yes.
And Ms. Gagnon?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Moving on to our superintendent's monthly report.
Thank you. The board meeting for March is currently scheduled for March 12th and will include our preliminary budget presentation. At this time, it appears that we will need to move that board meeting date. Typically, the governor's budget address takes place the last Tuesday in February. However, when a new governor takes office, they are afforded the courtesy of an extension to prepare and present the state's budget. As it stands this evening, Governor Sherrill is scheduled to give her budget address on March 10th. As is customary, the state aid numbers are set to be released 48 hours after the budget address, which places us at March 12th, the day of our March board meeting. If our state aid numbers significantly increase or significantly decrease, we are going to need some time to revise our budget accordingly. At this time, budgets are due to be submitted to the county by March 19th. However, there are discussions at the state level about moving that deadline back due to the delayed budget address. With all that being said, it looks like we're going to need to move our March board meeting to Monday or Tuesday of the following week, so be on the lookout for notification of that meeting date change. I want to acknowledge the donations on this evening's agenda. A donation from the New York Giants and NJEA to further district library programs was awarded to Angela DeLucia. I spoke to that at an earlier board meeting. That amount was $1,000. Rebecca Hoops donated The Things They Carried by Tim O'Brien, 12 copies of them to our English department in the amount of $36. New Jersey ASBO, which is the Association of School Business Officials, donated a scholarship intended to benefit a graduating student to enable them to pursue future learning. That's obviously for Sparta High School. That was an amount of $1,000. And SEF, in the form of a grant, has a donation to create a state-of-the-art business and financial lab at Sparta High School. That is going to the Sparta High School Business Department with Will Anderson serving as the applicant. That amount is for $41,327.50. And thank you for all those donations. Two retirements on this evening's agenda that I would like to draw attention to. The first is Donna Earl, who is the secretary at Sparta High School. Ms. Earl has served the district for 25 years. And Eric Hood, the Russian and German language teacher at Sparta High School. Mr. Hood has served the district for 36 years. The students mentioned in their report, but I would also like to wish the Sparta High School girls basketball team the best of luck in the HWS finals tomorrow night. I plan on being in Hackettstown to cheer them on. I would also like to wish all of our winter sports the best of luck as they head into their respective state tournaments and wrap up their successful seasons. And believe it or not, with March just around the corner, I'd like to wish all of our spring sports the best of luck as they begin their seasons next month. I would also like to reiterate one additional item from the students' report, and that is promoting the high school musical, which is Grease this year. That is on March 13th and 14th at 7 p.m. and March 15th at 2 p.m. Each year, the high school musical is a must-see event, and I can guarantee this year will be no different. That's my report.
Thank you so much. For the president's report, excuse me. So first, we'd like to again congratulate all Governor Educator of the Year Award recipients this evening. It's always nice to see a positively packed house for a board meeting. So kudos to all for their well-deserved recognition, and thank you, of course, for your service to our district. I'd also like to give out a shout out, to the students and staff here at Mohawk Avenue School for another successful science fair that was held last night. The projects were interesting and informative, from how to make boba to cloud formations, magnets, and catapults. I was especially impressed with how well our third graders presented their projects. So as always, thank you to the teachers, staff, and officers for taking time out of their evenings to support our students and this annual event. Bless you. Thank you. As many parents and students are aware, a few weeks ago we experienced a graffiti incident in one of our high school bathrooms. I'd just like to go on the record to say, in no way, shape, or form does this board, our administration, or our district tolerate displays or acts of discrimination or racism. Incidents like the one experienced are extremely disruptive to the school day, and as well, they are not a proper reflection of the values of our community or the climate and culture we strive for as a district. I commend our administration, our building leadership, school resource officers, and care response team for taking this matter seriously, for working with the Sparta Police Department to find a resolution, and for holding responsible student or students accountable. In light of this incident, we are working collaboratively to explore supplemental opportunities with our administration, including student-led initiatives and school-wide offerings to help students better understand the implications of such behavior and the expectations that we hold for our collective student body. There was also a reported safety-related incident at the high school level last week. This matter was addressed immediately as well, and thankfully, the reported threat was deemed unsubstantiated. Again, I'd like to recognize the swift response of the mentioned leadership teams. I would also like to remind all students and parents that the Stop It app is an anonymous resource meant to offer immediate support for any incidents involving our schools, including but not limited to incidents of bullying, harassment, intimidation, and of course, violence or safety concerns. As a board and administration, respecting the anonymity of this resource for all good faith reporting is a standard we are committed to upholding. That said, we also cannot tolerate abuse of this resource, as deliberate false reporting can cause unnecessary harm to our students, staff, and community at large. The Stop It app can be accessed for downloading through our district website. And on a related note, I'd also like to mention representatives from the Be Smart initiative in our township who work in close partnership with the Sparta Police Department did present at our last board meeting. We are going to continue to make their resources available through various channels, and I just would like to encourage all parents to take advantage of those resources in hopes that smart, safe gun storage measures are always taken here in Sparta. Lastly, I'd like to provide an update on one of our board goals related to our policy audit. The NJSBA has officially released its policy manual, which has been long awaited for our district and many others, I'm sure. And in a dual effort, as Emily will touch on in our committee report, we have also implemented a complementary policy audit with our policy provider, Strauss Esme. The audit process through Strauss is already a few weeks underway at no additional cost to our district. But the great news about this is it will provide us now with 2 reference points as our committee begins combing through our policies for the audit. I do anticipate a long list of policy updates for the March meeting as a result, so we appreciate your patience in advance. And that's all I have for my board president's report. We'll move on. May I please have a motion to approve the HIB report?
Motion.
Thank you, Emily. Second?
Second.
Thank you, Dominic. Discussion? Okay, may we have a roll call, please?
Dr. Hinkle? Mr. LaCaruba?
Yes.
Dr. Martinez?
Abstain.
Ms. Knoll?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Wood?
Yes.
Ms. Serafino?
Yes.
And Ms. Gagnon?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you so much. And moving on to nothing for communications this month, so delegate and liaison reports. Does anyone have anything they'd like to report out?
I can speak on behalf of the NJSBA, or the Sussex County SBA meeting. Caitlin and I attended 2 weeks ago, and the meeting, 2 things that one Dr. Beckerty addressed is that they did talk about the governor's budget being pushed by 2 weeks, or the budget meeting. So districts at large are all looking at timelines and how those timelines are changing. So that's something as a whole, every school district in New Jersey is looking to get addressed and have more time to change our budget to reflect what the state is doing. There was also a communications presentation that was very informative, that really was an organization that advised school districts on how to, one, communicate effectively with the district and with their community, but also how to respond to events and communicate events. So that was something that I personally, and I think Caitlin as well, thought was really informative. We have contacted this organization to see about partnering them in any type of way, or getting more information presented to our communications committee or board as a whole, and see if there's any improvements we can make to work with the community as a whole more effectively.
Thank you so much, Emily. And I'd be remiss if I didn't call out the fact that during that meeting, highlighting the Sparta board and admin newsletter was a big hot topic, and we were able to promote how well Emily's done with leading the communications committee in that initiative. So kudos to you again. Anyone else for delegate and liaison? Thank you, Kim.
Yes, so Sparta Education Foundation has their WrestleMania coming up on March 1st. Ticket sales are already actively underway, so if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, please get them. And then I also attended the town council, or the town planning board, had a presentation regarding traffic for the master plan subcommittee. I attended that on Wednesday night. Yes, it's Thursday. They had some interesting information about where the traffic is the worst. They basically rate different intersections A through F. We do have one intersection that is rated F. So they don't actually make decisions about making any changes to those intersections that are rated bad, but they will include that in the master plan subcommittee and come up with some recommendations. This was just the preliminary information about it. You'd be surprised to know that during the bus commute, to school commute times, it's not that bad. It's just bad all the time. So anyway, we're probably not surprised by that. But anyway, I'll keep attending that and keep everyone informed as to what recommendations I make in the end.
Thank you so much for that, Kim. And thank you also. I know there's a town council liaison meeting in the works as well, so we're looking forward to hearing about that too. Anyone else for delegate and liaison reports? Okay. Moving on to public comment number 1. Public comments are invited on matters pertaining only to action items at this time. Please state the action item number as well as your name, municipality, and group affiliation if appropriate for the record. Each participant will receive 3 minutes to speak. Once you have allotted your 3 minutes to speak, you will not be permitted to speak again until public comment number 2. All statements should be directed to me as the presiding officer. The board or administration may or may not respond to any questions or comments after the conclusion of the public participation.
Sorry, I moved your microphone before. Jenny Derricks, Tap into Sparta. I just had a couple of quick questions. And maybe these are for answers for the next meeting because it's regarding two sets of policy and regulations, 2535 and 1552 rather, excuse me, that are new policies, although these are policies that may have been enveloped or incorporated into other existing policies. And so I was hoping that maybe by the next meeting, we could have a discussion about what is different, if anything, between the library policy and reg and the sexual harassment policy and reg that the board is entertaining at their next meeting. Just a quick thing, you had mentioned that the game was at Pope John, but Dr. Beck, it's at the Hackettstown High School.
It's at Hackettstown against Pope John.
Against Pope John, right. And the traffic, they only looked at 10, I'm on the master plan subcommittee, they only looked at 10 intersections. We have way more than 1 that's an LOS of F, but that'll all be incorporated, and I'm happy to talk to you if you have any other questions. Thanks.
Jenny, may I ask, can you said policies 2535 and?
1552.
Thank you so much. Sorry about that.
2 new sets.
Perfect.
Thank you.
If there's no others.
No others
we'll
for
close
public
it.
comment? Yep, and then we can have you respond. Motion to close.
Motion.
Thank you, Rebecca. Second.
Second.
Thank you, Rocky. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions?
Just to give a broad overview, and I'm wondering if that's what you're looking for. The library material, that is a new policy and regulation. Actually, it lines up with the resource materials policy and regulation that is on tonight's agenda as a revision. But the library material is similar to the resource material, but is specific to library materials. And every one of those policies and regulations that you see on this evening's agenda came from Strauss-Esme. They came from Strauss-Esme. And then sexual harassment, there were multiple sexual harassment policies and regulations as it pertained to separate entities of staff. And what they did was they got rid of those and just made it into one overall sexual harassment, not a broad sweeping change.
Just to piggyback on that, you'll see right above the abolished policies, that's why there's so many of those. So we don't want anyone to think that we're abolishing sexual harassment policies. We're just consolidating them. Very important, of course. And then one other note too, the Strauss-Esme policy alert was prompted because most districts, as you know, had until the end of the year to start implementing something related to the Freedom to Read Act. We took a proactive approach of that through our Ideas Committee, so thankfully had a head start. A lot of the language, the main break-off was actually making library material its own separate policy and reg, as Dr. Beck explained. So thankfully, a lot of what we already had works very well. So I wouldn't say there are major changes, maybe a few tweaks here and there, but everything was done holistically with the same approach that we took when we took that initiative through our Ideas Committee, of course. And anyone else for public comment? We already closed that. Let's see. Bear with me one moment. Got to get back. And motion to move personnel and policy items 15.1 through 15.29, please.
Motion.
Thank you, Emily. Second.
Second.
Oh, thank you, Dominic. Discussion.
Okay, so first of all, I want to say congratulations to Miss Earl and Mr. Hood on their retirement and all their years of service at Sparta High School. I remember them both fondly at Sparta High School for my years there. For the rest of my report, it's been stolen by everyone else. No, I'm kidding. But I'll just reiterate, Strauss-Esme is conducting an audit on our policies. We're very excited about that because that's going to help us go through all of our policies much faster and start moving through this audit process at a much faster rate than we were expecting. And the second thing that I was going to call attention to is, again, the abolishment of these policies when it comes to library services and sexual harassment does not mean we're getting rid of them. Instead, they are either being combined into one policy or separated out into more specific policies. So I know it could look alarming that we were removing these policies, but in fact, we're just basically reorganizing them within the policy manual.
Excellent. Thank you so much. With that, may we have a roll call, please?
Dr. Hinkle?
Yes,
Mr. Lakaruba?
Yes, but abstain from item 15.14.
Dr. Martinez?
Yes.
Ms. Knoll?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Wood?
Yes.
Ms. Serafino?
Yes.
And Ms. Gagnon?
Yes.
Motion's carried.
Thank you. Moving on to curriculum items, may I have a motion to move items 16.1 through 16.7, please?
Motion?
Thank you, Chad. Second? Thank you, Rebecca. Discussion.
Yes. All right, I'm going to do this a little backwards. So first of all, I'd like to say thank you so much to the SEF for their huge grant for the business lab. Mr. Anderson is newer to the Sparta High School, and I know that when Mr. Mefford left, he was filling big shoes. And I think it's really astonishing for how much excitement he's developed. And I think he's developing excitement in a different way where he's focusing a little bit more on things like stocks and that nature and investing rather than I think Mr. Mefford is more of a marketing guy. But either way, I think it's really exciting to see all of the interest in business that he is maintaining because that is something that Sparta is known for. So it is really exciting to see. And I'm excited to see where that lab can grow because you see a lot of that in college atmospheres. So I think having a business lab in a high school environment is really going to set Sparta apart in a really strong way. Additionally, I feel like we've been kind of discussing this almost every month in some capacity, but we spent some time looking over the enrichment, the acceleration, and gifted manual revisions in terms of reviewing updates to strengthen the grade skipping protocol specifically with clear, more rigorous criteria to ensure demonstrated excellence and readiness. This is a really tricky balance between what parents want and alongside what teachers recommend and just ensuring that the student is in the right placement for them. And this is a really delicate balance that we've been looking at pretty consistently, and I'm loving the work that we're putting into it. Additionally, we had a very long discussion about the high impact tutoring grant for our math programs in the sense that we are eligible for this grant again. However, we are met with low enrollment challenges, and this is mainly centered around tutoring and delivering tutoring to students, and we get money to support that. But finding the right delivery option and getting the interest, it's all a balance in terms of how much we want to commit from our staff to pursue this grant for the returns that we're going to get. So it is a delicate balance, again, that we are interested in and we are looking into. And Dr. Beck, if you want to touch a little bit about the middle school schedule adjustments that might be taking place. Or I can, but I don't know.
No, we're still in the
Yeah,
planning phase of that, so we're not ready for that yet.
All right, but otherwise, it's always nice to see Ms. Rossi. So that's all we really talked about for the curriculum meeting.
Thank you so much, Chad. Any other discussion? May we have a roll call, please?
Dr. Hinkle?
Yes,
Mr. Lakaruba?
Yes.
Dr. Martinez?
Yes.
Ms. Knoll?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Wood?
Yes.
Ms. Serafino?
Yes.
And Ms. Gagnon?
Yes.
Motion's carried.
Thank you. Moving on to finance, may I have a motion to move items 17.1 through 17.6?
Motion.
Thank you. I'm going to say Rocky on that one. Sorry, Dom. Second.
Second.
Thank you, Dominic. Discussion, please.
Sure. Apparently, February is a time that we take some time away from our normal schedules to say thank you. So the transportation this month is Love the Bus Month. So anyone who takes a bus in district, please be nice to those who are driving the bus and who help you on the bus. Our new bus is in district. It's in the process of getting prepared to be put into service with all the appropriate radios and all the stuff that needs to go on for it to be used. We have a bunch of routes, a few routes that will be going out to bid as those contracts are expired. Again, I want to say thank you to all the buildings and ground staff who over the last, 4, 5, 6 weeks have been dealing with snow, sub-zero temperature, and all of what that creates havoc on the buildings. We've had several pipes break, I think in every building in the district, right? Which means that they have to work to remediate, and get it ready for students as soon as possible. I do want to say that the modulars in Alpine had a failure again, and this is something that the district needs to, and the entire town needs to start thinking about, that education in a modular is
probably not great, and that we probably need to think about how we're going to expand whatever buildings we can to eliminate modulars as a teaching vehicle for our students. Dr. Beck and Caitlin stole the thing I like to do for donations. Thank you, everybody, for your donations. And I think that's it. Did I miss anything? No. Again, I just want to say thank you for the bus drivers and all the people on the bus and the staff during this whole weather incident that we had. I mean, it seemed like every day we're getting an email, something broke here, people working late here, and that's, you may not see it, but that takes a heavy toll on the staff and the buildings, so, thank you.
Thank you, Rocky. Any additional discussion? Roll call, please.
Dr. Hinkle? Mr. LaCaruba?
Yes.
Dr. Martinez?
Yes.
Ms. Knoll?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Wood?
Yes.
Ms. Serafino?
Yes.
And Ms. Gagnon?
Yes.
Motion's carried.
Thank you so much. Moving on to operations, may I have a motion to approve item 18.1?
Motion.
Thank you, Rebecca. Second.
Second.
Thank you, Rocky. Not much discussion to be held, but discussion? Okay. Roll call, please.
Dr. Hinkle? Mr. LaCaruba?
Yes.
Dr. Martinez?
Yes.
Ms. Knoll?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Wood?
Yes.
Ms. Serafino?
Yes.
And Ms. Gagnon?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you so much. And with that, we will move on to old business. The only item I wanted to hit on for this related to our board certification, which is one of our board goals. Emily has been in contact with Kelly Mitchell, our field service rep. We are eager to get on that list in the spring for the recognitions for the NJSBA or Sussex County SBA ceremony in the spring. We want our district to be one of those that have committed to achieving board certification and receive that award. So I'm going to call on the board when Emily is sending out her email, probably within the next week, asking if we're willing to maybe consider some Saturday sessions that are a little bit longer than an hour or two, as we've done in the past. We say full steam ahead, so let's make sure we're all being mindful of that. Michelle also had mentioned this a little while back, that the sooner we have our schedules, the more we can all work towards that goal. So any discussion on that? Is everyone okay with that idea?
Can I give an update? Yeah. It looks like 2 Saturdays, 9 to 12, and we'll be done. That's how much we have left at this point when working with Kelly. So if we can kind of like come down to 2 Saturdays that we're willing to commit for like the morning basically, or maybe 12 to 3 if afternoons are better for people, we should be done and with that aspect of our certification and well on our way.
Yeah, I think it's best to not delay. Let's move forward.
Hear, hear.
We have to all be here, or is?
So this was an issue that we had in the past. It is ideal, you need a minimum of 7 to actually consider it official board training.
Okay.
So obviously life happens, schedules happen, but we do need 7 to be committed.
So we have to be physically here?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So that is, from the one that you attended to, or you attended both rather. But the ones that you've attended, you remember, it's very informative, very collaborative.
No,
It's
no,
an
I have no
open-ended
wrong, I'm
discussion.
just,
I get you.
yeah.
No virtual. And then, yeah, so seven minimum. So if we commit to it, we got to try to commit to it and especially be mindful of Kelly's time.
Yeah.
Anyone else for old business? Anything you'd like to discuss? New business? Anyone have anything they'd like to discuss? Okay, moving on to public comment number 2. The board uses the second public comment period to invite comments on all matters pertaining to the school district. Please state your name, municipality, and group affiliation if appropriate for the record. Each participant will receive 3 minutes to speak. Once you have had your allotted 3 minutes to speak, you will not be permitted to speak again. All statements should be directed to me as the presiding officer. The board or administration may or may not respond to any questions or comments after the conclusion of the public participation.
I already signed in, don't worry. Thank you, Rocky. My name is Angela DeLucia, and I am the very proud president of the Sparta Education Association and Sussex County Education Association. In a time when the world may feel uncertain and the headlines may leave communities wondering what comes next, one thing is always certain. The educators and education support professionals of Sparta Township Public Schools are exceptional. Every day, professionalism is visible through this district, in classrooms, hallways, offices, libraries, cafeterias, and on athletic fields. It is reflected in the careful crafting of lessons designed to reach every learner. It is present in the quiet moment when an education support professional recognizes a student who needs encouragement. Maybe they're playing Name That Tune in the cafeteria. It shows up in a collaborative team meeting through communication with families, ongoing professional development, and the steady patience required to meet the diverse needs of all students. Professionalism in education extends far beyond credentials or years of service. It is rooted in commitment, ethical responsibility, and an unwavering dedication to student success. It means showing up prepared, reflective, compassionate, and resilient. It means maintaining high expectations while leading with empathy. Most importantly, it reflects the understanding that the work educators do has a lasting impact, not just on academic outcomes, but on the lives and futures of students. The New Jersey Governor's Educators and Educational Service Professionals of the Year represent the very best of this commitment. These honorees embody educational excellence, integrity, and dedication. Yet, their achievements are also a reflection of a broader professional community built on collaboration, mentorship, and mutual support. In education, no one succeeds alone. Success is the result of collective effort and shared purpose. Across Sparta schools, educators and support professionals model lifelong learning. They adapt to evolving demands, balance innovation with tradition, and bring both expertise and heart to everything they do. They create safe and welcoming spaces, inspire curiosity, foster belonging, and remind students each day that they are capable of achieving great things. In uncertain times, school remains one of the most stable and hopeful institutions in any community. That stability and hope exist because of the professionalism, integrity, and dedication of the educators and support professionals who serve Sparta students every day. This work strengthens not only our schools, but the entire community. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Is that good enough? Okay. Motion to close, please. Thank you, Rebecca. Second? Second?
Second.
Thank you, Dominic. Discussion. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, and with that, we'll move on to for the good of the order. I actually have something, once I saw Angela, I realized we did not report out for our delegate liaison reports that our Ideas Committee met for the first time this year, I guess you could say. Our new board members were able to join. The full committee was present. As usual, super positive, collaborative. We discussed building level initiatives. We discussed potential collaboration opportunities in the spring. So we're looking forward to reporting out more, and I apologize, I don't have my notes in front of me, otherwise I'd have a more detailed report. Speaking of the Ideas Committee, I'd also like to draw attention to this, and this is more of a shout out for Ray Pinney at the NJSBA than anything. After a few months of waiting, we are featured in the School Leader magazine from the NJSBA. The title is Sparta, Creating a Collaborative Leadership Model Including All Stakeholders. It explains our Ideas Committee, and again, we're very proud of the fact that that committee is gaining some traction on the NJSBA and the county level. We've had a few people even reach out to inquire about the formation of that committee, what it entails. So it's very nice to see that committee getting the recognition it deserves. There's a lot of hard work and collaboration, and I think that having all stakeholders involved is invaluable. So thank you for those continued efforts, and my apologies for not including it in the delegate liaison report where it belongs. Anyone else for the good of the order? Okay, with that, motion to close. Motion. Thank you, Emily, second. Is that a motion? Well, I'll take it. Thank you, Rocky. All in favor? Or excuse me, discussion? No? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? It's been a long night. Thank you all. Have a great one.